Okay, we're back. Did you do the challenge? Hey, it's Joe from Home Studio Corner. In the last video, I played a song for you, a basic guitar vocal, and asked you to leave comments about how you would produce it. In this video, I'm going to show you how I produced it. Now, it's not 100% finished, but it's close enough to show you kind of the vibe and the direction I took it. And I think it'll be fun and interesting for everybody involved, especially because if you did the challenge, you took the time to think through a little more deeply about production, which I think is anytime you are deepening your understanding and experience around production, you are making yourself a better recording engineer, better mixing engineer, better producer, better mastering engineer, a better all-around musician. So with that said, let's dive in. Okie dokie, here's the song I played for you in the last video. Quick reminder, it starts like this. Now, as you listen to that, you could take that in a lot of directions. You could keep it acoustic and just fill it out with a few more acoustic instruments. You could make it very country. If you wanted, you could go really heavy rock on it, which I'm not sure exactly how that would work, but a few of my VIP members did, and it was super fun. This is the direction I went. Okay? Now, if you can't make sense of what's on the screen here, I'll walk you through it real quick, and then I'll let you hear what I did. I'm not going to be super exhaustive in this video because I just want to give you a taste to hopefully get your kind of mind going, these are all the things that are possible. So, we recorded drums, bass, that's these two red tracks, recorded a couple of electric guitars and 3 acoustic guitars in addition to the original scratch vocal that's here. So I'm going to build it out for you very briefly and kind of highlight a couple of things that we did. So the first thing I recorded in addition to the scratch was drums and bass. So drums, bass, and the acoustic. The acoustic is essentially exactly like the acoustics we heard in the scratch, but I decided to go with one acoustic instead of going with doubled left and right because I wanted to go left and right with some electric guitars instead of acoustic, so I did one driving acoustic up the middle. So here's the backbone of the production right here. Before the sun. So the first problem we run into is, what are we going to do in this verse? Is it just going to be acoustic guitar and drums and bass? That feels a little weird. So I decided to add in a few acoustics, and those come in here. I'll let you hear those, just the acoustics by themselves. So as soon as I start singing, one acoustic comes in, and the other comes in on the B section of that verse. Before the sun, and I wear my body out. Here comes a second. 'Cause I want to live forever. When my kids grow up, so all 3 acoustics together, they only all play together on this one section, but they're all playing something different that instead of there's 3 copies of the same guitar playing the same chords, we've got 3 different, completely different parts playing, and they complement each other super well. So if you decided to go with an acoustic production of the song, something like that throughout the song with the parts changing as you go would be really interesting. I wanted to go bigger than that, so obviously we brought in drums, bass, and electric guitars. But that's a cool starting point for the song. So now we get to the chorus and we bring in a pair of electric guitars, just real straightforward, Telecaster strumming away. Adds just a nice, just kind of exactly what the song needed come into that chorus. So now we get into verse 2. If you've heard me say this before, I feel like verse 2 is one of the most important sections of a song because it's a place for you to make, verse 2 and chorus 2, I think especially, you want them to be different from the first one as much as you can to keep things interesting. If you get to verse 2 and it sounds exactly like verse 1 and the only thing that's changed is the lyric, people are going to want to start switching to the next song because they've kind of heard everything. So make it a little bit different. The way we did that here was we had the electric guitars keep playing, but just go down to a palm mute for the verse. Real simple. Acoustic's doing its thing. So far, wow, Joe, that's really exciting. Not really. But the fun thing here, you've got all of those going with drums and bass.
Boy, raise a family, and I wanna.
You could keep it that way and it would work really well. It's interesting. It's different from the first verse, which was doing this.
Before the sun.
There weren't really electrics at all. Now there are. And there's drums really grooving there versus just 4-on-the-floor drums for the first verse. So we've all progressed a little bit. Final bit, I took one of those acoustic tracks and just goofed around and came up with this silly little part that was mostly a joke, but then I realized, hey, that's kind of cool. I'll keep it. You can hear me breathing in the background, but in the mix you don't hear it, thank the Lord. But adding that in, just a little tickle on the left-hand side, it's just really fun. It makes verse 2 very unique and one of my favorite parts of the song.
Wanna see my boy raise a family, and I wanna walk my girls down the aisle.
Couple of lessons there. One, I didn't just play strumming chords, I played a little melody. Two, I played something that was rhythmically a little different than everything else, so it gave it more room to shine without interfering with the lead vocal. You don't want to mess with the lead vocal, but it sits there in a way that I think works pretty well. So we get into the second chorus, which honestly is a lot like the first, much to my chagrin. We've heard that already. Get to the chorus, and it's time to change things up a little bit. So we go to the drums, go to a halftime groove, and electrics get a little more sparse to just let it get kind of vibey. I think I still want to add in some different keyboard parts, maybe some pads, maybe some background vocals to fill it out. But here's kind of the basic production there. I totally forgot to show you the lead guitar. So I came up with this this lead riff that I play for the intro, and then it plays this big ambient sort of thing on the choruses. Here's the intro with the lead. Don't know if I like the reverb on that, but that comes in and it plays in the chorus as well, which makes it feel a little bigger. So then when we get to that bridge, that chorus, that electric guitar really carries the ambient vibe. Nice quiet breakdown and build up into the chorus.
I'm gonna live where my soul is free. I'm gonna live forever. 'Cause forever lives inside me. 'Cause forever lives inside me.
All right, so that wraps it up. Obviously not super in-depth, but it gives you an idea of what goes into producing a song. Maybe you've never produced a song before. You've just done guitar vocals, which is completely fine. But if you want to get into doing more full arrangements, it's possible. And you don't have to know exactly what you want to do. You just have to move in the right direction. For me, that means, does it need drums and bass or not? If the answer is yes, then I call Tim and Joel and we schedule a session, and then we see what happens. A lot of this was done collaboratively as we sat in the room, listened to the song, and then they came up with ideas and parts, and then we recorded it. It's a really fun process. When I listen to a new album, Switchfoot just released a new record, and I'm listening to it. It's very pop compared to some of their older stuff. When I'm listening I don't care who mixed it. I don't care who produced it. I never actually know. What I care is, how was it produced? What do they play? What parts are they playing? What parts come in? When do the parts go away? What instruments are there? What are they doing to take a basic song and make it interesting and unique and engaging? And I do that with everything I listen to. So I feel like most of the time when I'm listening, I'm not listening to a mix, and I'm not listening to a recording technique. I'm listening to the production, because that's where you take a song and make it real. That's what connects your song with the listener, and that's where a lot of our focus needs to be if we want to get good at this. Great recording and great mixes, okay, that's fine. Great productions are where hits are made. That's where you're going to make something that you say, hot dog, I'm really proud of that. Maybe you don't say hot dog, but you say something. You exclaim something and then say, that's really impressive, I'm proud of that. Now I'm going to change things up. I normally have something for you for free at the end of a video. Not this time. This time I want you to check out a course that I created last year called Understanding Production. It's where I take these concepts and what I'm showing you in this video, and we dive in and I show you a bunch of examples of different songs that I've produced over a bunch of different genres to take a basic guitar vocal, for example, and flesh it out to a final finished breathtaking product. If that's something that you want to be able to do better and you want to see it done on a lot of different scenarios so you have better confidence moving forward into your own projects, then check out my course. It's called Understanding Production. You can check it out at understandingproduction.com. And as a thank you for watching this video and being a subscriber, I'll knock $50 off. Just use the promo code YouTube on checkout. All right, thanks for watching. See ya.